Welcome to Shot Callers Esports. As always, I am Matt Best. Here alongside me, though, I have Matt Hempstead. We are Matt squared together. Today, we're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about trends, teams that are on the rise, teams that are not doing so well. And speaking of teams that are not doing so well, we have to look at CLG. They had a semi-strong showing at MSI. They kind of came out of nowhere in that sense. And now we're in the summer split. And now we're seeing CLG's true colors in a sense.
Even back to MSI, I'm not entirely sure CLG's performance was that great. They were the only team to lose to Supermassive in that tournament. They only had one win. They also drew Flashes in the bracket, kind of the weaker semi-final matchup there, and then they got swept by SKT in the finals. After that, they took a nice long vacation. It seems like it's kind of wearing on them a little bit. All of a sudden, the team's not performing well. I think a lot of that has to do with Huhi, their mid laner. He's last in the NA LCS in kill participation amongst mid laners, and he's just not performing at all.
No, he's not performing at all. And then let's look at the opposite side of the spectrum. Let's look at Team EnVy. This is a team that is completely on the rise. They're a team comprised of a bunch of different people. Challenger, just different teams. They've all come together and they've made this nice cohesion. They're working together, they're playing well, and they're a top team right now. At the end of the split, it wouldn't be crazy to say that they're a top 3, maybe top 2 team?
I agree. I think they might be a top 2, top 3 as well. A lot of it has to come down with the successful mismatch of all these guys. Seraph in the top laner. He's their new shot caller, and he just understands the macro level of game. He's putting the team in the proper position to get dragons, get barons, play from behind. Then there's Procxin, who he's just all over the map, ganking top, bottom, mid. He's a huge shock for me personally. And then Logic of the Challenger series, he's second in the NA LCS and KDA. So, I mean, they're outperforming all expectations, but it's pretty spectacular.
You bring up expectations, and a team that always seems to just be hitting these expectations. Let's talk about the Immortals real quick. A lot of people are super high on this team, and when you look at Immortals, they're a fine-tuned machine or a well-put-together sandwich. You have the pumpernickel bread, you have your peppercorn ranch sauce for you fancy people out there, then you have your turkey. It all comes together, it's a nice cohesion, it's a formula, it's working in a way. I don't really think this formula is working. Then you look at Team EnVy. This is a team where you have your multi-grain wrap, let's say. You have your potato chips, you have your M&Ms, you have your Skittles, you have your gummy bears. You put it all together, and what do you get? It's actually not too bad. It's working out. I like this mishmatch more than I like this carefully conducted performance of Immortals so far.
Sometimes when you have the same sandwich over and over, it gets kind of old. So for me, Immortals, I think they're going to fall out of that top 3 spot. Again, their strategy is the same thing every game in, game out. I'm going to fight you and hope for the best. They're not objective focused like a lot of the other teams are right now in a meta where objectives are so important.
And that's all we have for you today here at Shot Callers Esports. Hey, Matt Squared, check us out on Twitter as well. We'll catch you on the Rift.